We're back with more Trails of Cold Steel 3. Alright, let's get this show on the road. So we just survived our first day of field exercises. Barely. Only because Shirley and Duvalie decided, you know, we had enough fun. Yep, they got a taste of real combat, real battle. The Railway Military Police isn't coming either? Correct. They are unable to come for a number of reasons. A particularly troublesome incident just occurred at the Empire's eastern border. Due to that, they can't afford to divert any manpower at the moment. You've got to be kidding me. We've got the Stalritter and an Enforcer here breathing down our necks. And to make things worse, the Enforcer, Shirley of all people. At this rate, half the province could be up in flames by tomorrow. Well, hey, Randolph, who is Shirley exactly? Well, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but she's my cousin. The battalion commander of one of the most powerful Jaeger Corps on the continent, the Red Constellation. Well, I guess she's vice leader now that my uncle took over as boss. The Red Constellation? I've heard of them. The Jaeger Corps who were working behind the scenes during the incident in Crossbell. But that police division you were a part of stopped them, right, Randolph? Well, I wouldn't say we stopped them exactly, more like we just drove them back. Then afterwards, that man-eating tiger got herself scouted by the Society. Though she's probably still a member of Red Constellation. Alright, that's fine. Lurk all you need. So then, that means the main troops of the Red Constellation are waiting somewhere nearby, right? The Stalritter too. Yeah, about that. It seems like the main force of the Red Constellation isn't even in the Empire at the moment. What? Yep, they're not working with the Society. Seems like they've got something else on their plate. Can't say for sure what the little squads are up to. But that worst case scenario of yours isn't happening for sure. Due to these factors, it's been determined that the current threat level is manageable. Until we determine their aim, we will proceed with only branch campuses, personnel, and resources. Of course, we will still be relying on the Sutherland Provincial Army to maintain order. But what about the Imperial Army? Dreknor Fortress isn't that far up north. The Imperial Army is occupied with their own duties. The decision has been made to not interrupt them. I repeat, we will have the Provincial Army and the branch campus handle this using our existing forces. That is the current decision of the Imperial government. Wait, that's the Imperial government. So that's what's going on. Well, it makes things simple at least. I should have realized when you arrived with such perfect timing this morning. Are we going to do our ritual from last year again? Ah. You sure? Thought you'd be pretty done with all that after the Northern War. I'll never accept your group's way of doing things. But if there's a crisis and I have the power to do something about it, as a graduate of Thor's and a member of the original Class 7, I can't sit idly by. Well said.
Ashen Chevalier Rien Schwarzer. The following orders are on behalf of the Imperial Government. Uncover the purpose behind the Society's advances in the Sutherland Province and put a stop to them.
Huh? An order from the Imperial Government. The only thing that will call the Ashen Chevalier to action.
Orders accepted. I see. So that's how it works, huh?
Yes. He's always forced into situations he has no choice but to accept.
Then we shall assist with these orders.
Laura and the gang.
Laura, Fee, Elliot.
Halt. Non-affiliates are not permitted. This isn't the government ordering around an instructor at one of their schools. These orders are for Rean himself. As his classmates, we are affiliated.
It won't be easy for Rean to do this on his own either. If the Imperial government won't move its army to support him, then we'll just have to pick up the slack.
Slack picking.
Even so.
Nothing you say will change our minds. We are those whose hands aren't bound by the Imperial government. As such, we need not concern ourselves with the RMP and the Intelligence Division restricting our actions.
True.
True enough. There's pretty much nothing we can do to stop you guys.
Damn right.
I'm so glad you're all here for it.
Are you all sure?
Come on, why even ask that? Why do you think we're here?
Huh?
We were all worried about you after we graduated and left you behind at the academy. You were put into an unreasonable situation. You had to follow your orders or risk many people being hurt.
And we don't want that.
Thought that our irreplaceable friend was having to bear those burdens all on his own was simply too much.
Besides,
the
we also
greatest.
had that promise of ours. 2 birds, 1 stone, you know?
Yeah, I
We
know
got
about
the
two
location
birds.
of your field exercise grounds and your schedule from a certain source. Then those of us who could make it all got together here. Ta-da!
Elisa and Machias were so upset they couldn't come.
Toa.
This is a lot to take in all at once.
I see. So it was his doing.
Man, even without his wings, that guy sure gets around.
Yeah, you can't mess with Oliver. He's the greatest.
Laura, Fee, Elliot, thank you. Given that this is an order for the Ashen Chevalier, Valamar's strength might be needed. So please, all of you, lend me your strength too.
Duh.
Yep.
Yeah!
Instructor!
Yuna.
You guys.
Or since I'm playing AI, the Omnium Files. Aiba.
We just heard from Instructor Toa. Is it true? Did you really get orders from the Imperial government? Are you really going to be heading off without us?
Well,
That would explain Major Arendel's presence here.
so it's true then? It's true. Our special ops missions are done for now. Work on your exercises with Class 8 and Class 9.
But
Understood. Then I shall join.
No exceptions. That includes you, Altina.
What? But I need to provide support.
Regardless of your other circumstances, you're still a student of the branch campus. I can't allow my students to get dragged into my personal business. Major Lecter understands this too. I think this is a good opportunity for you. Stay with Yuna and Kurt.
But I...
No buts. This is an order.
Allow me to ask one thing.
What is it?
It looks like you've accepted help from a member of the Arcade School. Is the Vander School? Am I not enough?
Correct. You are not enough. You are a child. Laura is a master.
That's right. You're not. The fact that you're one of my students aside, it doesn't matter how much talent you have or that you've managed to reach intermediate level at your age. I can't take someone who lacks confidence and conviction to such a dangerous place.
hey, Kurt! Come with me, Allie. Sheesh. Just when I was starting to change my mind about you.
Do what you gotta do. Don't you think that was a bit too harsh? Green's just shy. He can be pretty stubborn sometimes too. I guess you're having a pretty hard time, huh? Yeah, constantly. I finally understand just how good an instructor Sarah was able to be able to juggle everything. Truly? Honestly, I'd be surprised if Sarah was thinking much at all. Yeah, I think maybe you're just being a little too serious about this, Reed. Maybe. I agree that there are times where it's just better to go with the flow, but this is just what I'm like. I want to think about how I'm going to interact with those kids from now on. If we can somehow overcome this crisis, that is. Yeah. You were right, though. No way we can take them to such a dangerous place. I'm sure each of them is stronger than I am, but experience makes up for a lot. Let's go. I want to use our time efficiently. First off, we should gather information. Any ideas? Let's head to St. Ark then. I'll show you a place we can use as a base while we gather info. Wait, is that? I take it you speak of somewhere connected to your new line of employment, correct? I see. I'm curious to see what kind of place it is. Well, look forward to it. Can we use the horses? Yeah, once we're ready, let's leave camp. Mint, Tito, what you doing? Alrighty, the actuator should be all good now. Yes, once this is done, we need to swap out the armor and run the checks. Wow, good work, you two. You're already nearly done repairing the Panzer Soldats? Yes, all thanks to Mint. She took one look at them and figured out there was a problem with the knee joints. It just looked to me like Draki had here a bit of a bum leg. Draki? Oh, you mean the Draken. That's Mint for you. Yeah, she's become much more skilled. You really helped us out a lot. What are you talking about? We're helping each other out here. You've both been hard at work on repairs since early this morning, right? I'd recommend taking a break and relaxing somewhere peaceful. Especially you, Tita. You must be exhausted from yesterday. Yeah, he's right. Well, now that you mention it, I am pretty tired. Then you definitely gotta rest. What are we gonna tell Agate if anything happens to you? Fee? Exactly. How's the train looking? They really did it in, as you can see. That said, the inside's almost brand new. Shouldn't have any issue getting it back up and running by morning. I see. I guess that's a blessing amongst all the bad things that happened. Aye, for real. Rhineford really are amazing.
Thanks. Be well.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks. Be well. Have a look-see.
Chrono break adds delay, huh? So I need 3 Venom Flames to rarefy it.
See ya.
I'll help.
Ah.
Thanks.
I mean, I could rarefy it, but I don't want to lose all my freaking Fire Seepith. Chunky potato salad. Queen makes chunky potato salad. Is Freddy outside? I think Freddy's outside. Hey, Freddy. Fred. Let's make some money. Alright. Let's head on out. I'm all prepped and ready to roll. Oh, right. What is it, Fee? I wanted to talk to everyone about Submaster Quartz. Submaster Quartz? Is that? The Arcus 2 has got another big function besides Brave Order. It's called Submaster Quartz. The short explanation is that you can borrow some of the power from a second Master Quartz, even if someone else is using it. Really? That seems incredibly useful. You don't get as much out of it as you do your main Master Quartz, though. Toval told me about it. I thought we should all try it together. Thanks, Fee. Sounds like they're pretty easy to set up, too. Let's get them sorted out before we leave. Looks like I can even set the Master Quartz the students are using. I can't let them come with me, but I can still borrow their strength. Now, Submaster Quartz. The Arcus 2 allows you to set a Submaster Quartz, giving you some of the power of a second Master Quartz, even if someone else is already using it. Because of this, you're able to set the student's Master Quartz as Submaster Quartz for Reen and the others. However, keep in mind that each Master Quartz can be set as a main Master Quartz for one person and a Sub-Master Quartz for one other person. Please set the Sub-Master Quartz for Reen and the others before leaving. I do like the Submaster Court stuff. Okay. Let's go. Considering the situation, there's no time to stop anywhere else. Should we head to St. Ark now? Yes. Been a while since I last rode a horse with you like this. Yeah, you're right. Makes me feel a little nostalgic. Of the four of us, only Laura and I know how to ride horses. Which one should Fee and I get on? Either is fine. Go ahead and choose whichever you like best, Dream. In that case, I'm gonna take little Fee. Let's go. Alright then, Laura, may I? Of course, let's be off. Hurry, to St. Ark. Ha!
Good luck.
You leaving already? Must be tough having to spend your whole morning running around the Empire.
Well, that's a government job for you. So, how's everything going on your end?
I can't say nothing yet, but... seems like a lot of stuff's starting to overlap.
I see. Man, I sure am glad I recommended you here. Well, here's hoping you find a juicy clue or two before your field exercises are over.
Lecter and Ash are colluding together.
Keep walking, straw man.
It seems like several threads have become entangled. Also, the little game being played here in Sutherland has reached its second half. But what if I nudged things along a little?
And Muse's got some Muse doing Muse stuff.
Sup, Breen? Been a while.
Too long, Toval, too long. Toval, it's good to see you again. Toval Randanu of the Randanus.
Yeah. Guess the last time was a little scouting session right before your graduation. Good to see you too. Sounds like you've got your hands full with the teaching gig, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and sorry for turning down your offer a third time.
Ain't no biggie. Besides, we got Fee last year, and she's more than enough of a catch. But hey, you ever change your mind, door's always open.
I certainly never have expected to see Fee as a bracer. Well, Sarah and Toval helped out a lot. You really made it all come together. Oh yeah, And if you hadn't come up with the round of 7, Toval, and if you hadn't come up with the round of 7, Toval, we would have a much difficult time talking with each other. Wait, Toval made that app? Nah, don't go giving me too much credit. The Foundation developed it. I just suggested a little trick to get it going. So Prince Oliver's got this artifact that lets him communicate across pretty much any distance. I thought we could use that as a relay point for that little app to send messages through. An artifact. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. I don't know much about the technical aspects involved, but still, that seems like quite the trick. Well, with an artifact like that, this is about the only way you can use it. Even then, it's amazing how we were able to use it to connect to everyone else in Class 7. I'm glad we have so many people helping us out, though. Toval, thanks again for everything. I don't sweat it. Does my heart good to help out a bunch of promising youngsters like yourselves. Anyhow, I heard the Society came knocking. Yeah, for the first time in half a year. Limiting it to the Empire, it's the first time since the Civil War. They had a few types of archaisms, Duvali of the Stallritter, and a new enforcer. Do you have any idea why they'd bring that kind of firepower here? The guild's been focusing on dealing with the Society recently, but right now we're completely in the dark about their plans. They seem to be showing up in a bunch of different spots, Jaeger Corps in tow. I see. Well, it's good to know the main Red Constellation Squad isn't here. Well, you can thank the Scarecrow for that. There's only one thing we can say about the Society for sure. They're trying to take back control of that plan of theirs. Oh, so that's what Vita was talking about. The Phantasmal Blaze plan, right? It was Ouroboros' true plan behind the Civil War, but in the end, he stole it away from them. Reen. We've still got no idea what they're up to, but we can look to what they did in Liberl and Crossbell for clues. I'm sure there's got to be some pattern to their actions. All those archaisms they let loose were probably just more of their pawns. Seems likely. The question is, what's their plan bringing all those pawns here? Yeah, it didn't seem like they were trying to attack St. Ark or anything like that. If they did, the army would be all over them. True. The skirmishes with the branch campus suggest they are testing the waters, so to speak. I believe they seek to determine the line between the government and the nobles' power, and how far they can push before the army gets involved. Yeah. Either way, our biggest hint right now is all those archaisms. Even for the ones from last night, how and where did they bring them all from? Good point. Could they have teleported them in from somewhere far away? That's some real sci-fi stuff right there. I don't know if the Society's technology is that advanced. Only other thing I can think of would be that Ark of theirs. But there's no signs of it being anywhere nearby. Perhaps they have some manner of base in the area? A location convenient for concealing archaisms? A base.
I like the way you think.
Yo, Agate, my boy, my man.
Hello?
Boy.
Oh, it's you.
Ah, there he is.
Took you a while, Agate.
Had to take a little detour.
So how's Tita? Mr. Agate Krosner.
Hey there, Mr. Ashen Chevalier. No, Reen Schwarzer.
No, Instructor Schwarzer.
Didn't expect to run into you again like this.
Same here. When I met you on the first day of school, I figured you were no ordinary person. And sure enough, you turned out to be a bracer. Agate the Heavyblade, an A-rank bracer from Liberl. He came over here to help us Erebonian bracers out. I figured you guys might have some use for another pair of helping hands, so I called him in. A-rank, that's the same as Instructor Sarah. He's pretty good. He's one of the people who helped resolve the incident in Liberl. Ah, that crisis 4 years ago. I see. I had heard of an A-rank bracer with a two-handed sword. It's a pleasure to meet you, Heavyblade. Right back at you, Radiant Blade Master's daughter. Getting back on topic, I think the Society's got a base somewhere nearby, too. Schwarzer, I heard you were running around all over yesterday. You see anywhere it could have been? Well... It's true there were a few places that caught my attention, but none of them really had any decisive clues. Well, To be fair, Sutherland is pretty much one big patch of untouched nature. We'd get nowhere searching around randomly. I see. So, were we to go in search of their base, we would still need some manner of clue. Yeah, maybe if we could get some new information and compare it to what we already know. Oh, hey Reen, do you think we'd be able to get any information from the Imperial Army? Major Michael said that the Imperial Army wouldn't be active here, but with the Society running around, I find it hard to believe they're just doing nothing. Indeed, the Provincial Army is barely able to maintain public order on its own at the moment. I'm unsure what the Society could be planning, but I'm certain they mean to take advantage of this chance. Well, even if we can't work directly with the Imperial Army, maybe they can still help us out somehow. Should we go and ask? Dreknor Fortress is northeast of here. Hold on, what's that? What good's that going to do? The military's not going to give info to civilians just because they ask nicely. Not to mention, this is the Imperial Army we're talking about. They're just going to tell us to take a hike. Nah, she might be onto something there. You see, the general in charge of Dreknor is the head of the 4th Armored Division, said to be the most powerful in the Imperial Army, Olaf Craig. Elliot's dad! Ah, that's right. Been half a year since I saw him. Well, me too, actually. We were planning to meet up once I was done here, so I'm pretty sure he's at the fortress. Well, in that case, I'm certain he won't be lenient, but I agree it'll be worth a try. Pretty impressive. Guess I should expect that from a class he put together. Alright then, I'll leave that to you guys. What are you gonna do? I'll do some investigating on my end. I should be able to get some info from around the Liberlian border. Here, let me give you this. Reen received a memo. Isthmia Great Forest Monster. We've gotten reports that a large dangerous monster has appeared in the Isthmia Great Forest. We ask that you track down and slay this threat. We've been getting reports that a particularly dangerous monster has been appearing near the North Sutherland Highway. Please find and slay this creature. Queen Kumanba. Is this information about some monsters? Yeah, just a little something I gathered about a couple of wanted targets for you. They're on the way to the fortress, so keep an eye out if you want to manage it. If you can manage it. Might want to take them out while you're already nearby. So that's why you were late. You're pretty thorough. Stuff like this is normal for a bracer. Anyway, good luck, Schwarzer. The rest of you, too. Understood. Please be careful, Agate. Hey, this is a good chance. Maybe you should stop by the field exercise camp while you're here. I'm sure a certain someone would be happy to see you. Oh, do you mean... I talked to her earlier. She was even cuter than I expected. Jeez, leave me alone. I'll be in touch if I find anything. Oh, he ran. I'm not quite sure what that last part was about, but... He's a little scary looking, but he seems like a nice person underneath it all. Yeah, I guess so. We should get going too, Toval. Yeah, good luck, guys. Be careful. Fee, Miss Laura, watch his back. Got it. We can get to Dreknor Fortress if we take the highway going northeast. Let's see the wanted monster and other errands, then. Let's see to the wanted monster and the other errands, and then head over. Well, that'll be something we do next time. Until then, everybody.